All right, new Bank of America report revealing that 70% of prospective home buyers feel that renting could be detrimental to their financial future. Joining us now is Mansion Global host Katrina Campins. Hey, Katrina, good to see you. So I guess the longer you rent, I mean, it is true, you're not getting any equity from that money, which means you can't use it for anything. Is that what people are really afraid of?
Thanks for having me. Great to see you all. As you were just reporting, we've begun to see just so many interesting trends when it comes to the rental market and new construction specifically. So new construction has driven the market for the past few years because there's such low supply with existing home sales. So many people have decided to rent because there's not enough supply. So builders have noticed that that's an opportunity to jump into the market and build single family homes to then rent them, right? But so many people are concerned that renting, obviously they're not building home equity. They're worried that we're becoming a renter's nation. So you're not only owning your home. So there's no emotional connection. There's no stability to the community. So there's definitely pros and cons to renting. A lot of people see it as, you know, an opportunity basically to have freedom, or people that have retired see it as also not having to worry about home ownership maintenance and repairs, specifically with inflation. The younger generation sees it as an opportunity for freedom. So there's definitely pros and cons, but builders have noticed that there's a huge demand for more rental property. So they're entering the market. And as you just reported, you know, there's a huge amount of rental properties. Right. In fact, it's 39% more than in 2022.
So where are we in? Because Freddie Mac just came out with their 30-year mortgage. It fell for the second consecutive week, but it's still at 7.02%. How low do mortgage rates need to go where it actually now tips the scales, where it's more affordable to now buy instead of rent, which is the conundrum that we're in right now?
Yeah, because right now mortgage costs are so much more expensive, right, than renting. So people are deciding to rent. I believe it's about a point where we're going to begin a decrease, you know, basically, where we're going to begin to see people jump back into the market. So I think if we get in the 6% mark, then people will begin to reevaluate renting because they want to actually own a home and build that equity. But right now, it just makes a lot more sense in certain parts of the country to rent than buy. You know, I myself had a tenant who was basically renting. She was a single mom and she was renting for 2 years while she built up a down payment and waited for the market to change. And she just purchased a home last week. And so you're beginning to see this. You're also seeing a lot of home builders. I had lunch with the CEO of Guild Construction in Tampa, which is a market that's definitely leading the nation. And she says that actually a lot of what's happening on the MLS is a lot of land is going on the market with like AI, you know, virtual staging. So people could see what a potential home will look like.
A dream house.
And then they could work directly, with the builder to build their dream house. So people are getting creative. There's so many things happening in the market. There's so many different trends occurring. And it's a very unique time to
Katrina,
be in the real estate market.
You mentioned the emotional connection and the stability within the community. For me personally, and I've rented from management companies, I've rented from personal, you know, apartment owners, for example. I was always worried that my rent would be raised or someone would need their apartment back, that I'd have to move. There was always this instability, this uncertainty for me. And owning a home, a place of my own where I knew nobody was going to bother me and I could stay there as long as I wanted, was part of my personal American dream. With mortgage rates at 7%, as you're saying, maybe if they go down to 6%, it becomes more attractive. It's still really tough for people. Do you talk to people who say, I keep trying to save as much as I can to get there, but every time I get there, the goalpost moves?
Yes, and you're seeing this a lot for some reason with a lot of single moms. Like there was another one that posted something on Instagram where she was basically she's just trying to keep up. And she's trying to save, but then groceries go up, you know, or her child gets sick. And so there's so many situations like that where people are saving, but then the Fed says they're going to decrease rates, then they don't, then the economy changes, inflation continues to go up. And so families are definitely struggling. And the fact that home costs are about 30 or more % of people's income is definitely detrimental to moving forward with home ownership. And as you said, there's so many benefits to home ownership.
Right.
I'm a huge proponent of it, and it's part of the American dream.
Absolutely. Katrina, great thoughts. Always good to see you. Thank you.